You open your eyes, and the world already belongs to monsters. The ground trembles beneath your feet. The air is thick with humidity and the smell of ferns. It's 68 million years ago, in the final chapter of the age of dinosaurs. And you are not small for long. You are Tyrannosaurus rex. At first, you're no bigger than a turkey, covered in patchy proto-feathers, fast and fragile. But give it time. A few years of relentless growth, and your body transforms into something terrifying. You stretch over 40 feet long. Your skull alone is 5 feet from nose to neck. Each step you take presses thousands of pounds into the mud. You don't just enter the food chain, you sit at the top of it. Your bite force is estimated at over 12,000 pounds, stronger than any land animal that has ever lived. Strong enough to crush bone, not crack it. Crush it. Fossilized bones have been found with deep puncture marks matching your teeth, some of them shattered as if hit by industrial machinery. And here's the first shocking fact. You didn't just slice meat like most predators. You pulverized bone and swallowed it whole, digesting calcium like it was nothing. Your teeth aren't thin blades. They're thick, serrated spikes, more like railroad spikes than knives. Some grow over 12 inches long, including the root. When one breaks, another replaces it. Over a lifetime, you may go through dozens. But raw power isn't your only weapon. You have one of the most advanced senses of smell in the dinosaur world. Your brain's olfactory bulbs are enormous. You can detect carcasses from miles away. Some scientists believe your sense of smell rivaled or exceeded that of modern vultures. Nothing rots unnoticed in your territory. And your vision? Forward-facing eyes give you depth perception, predator vision. You judge distance precisely. When you lock onto movement in the trees, there's very little chance your target escapes. Now here's where things get interesting. For decades, scientists argued about one question. Were you a hunter or just a scavenger? Some early researchers believed your massive skull and bone-crushing bite were designed for cleaning up carcasses, not chasing prey. After all, your arms are famously tiny, barely 3 feet long, hardly the image of a perfect hunter. But here's the second shocking fact. Those tiny arms could likely curl over 400 pounds each. That's more than most humans can deadlift with both arms combined. Short doesn't mean weak. And fossil evidence shows healed bite wounds on prey dinosaurs. Wounds that match your teeth. That suggests active hunting. You didn't just wait for death. You delivered it. Still, one controversial theory remains. How fast were you? Some estimates once suggested you could sprint at 25 miles per hour. Imagine a 7-ton predator running as fast as a racehorse. Terrifying. But newer biomechanical models argue that your body might not have handled that speed without shattering its own bones. Some scientists now believe you were slower, perhaps closer to 12 to 15 miles per hour. So which is it? A terrifying sprinter? Or a calculated ambush predator that relied on timing rather than speed? The debate continues. Your world is filled with giants. Armored herbivores like Triceratops roam the plains with horns sharp enough to impale. Massive duck-billed dinosaurs travel in herds. Every hunt is a high-risk gamble. One wrong move and a horn pierces your thigh. But you're built for calculated violence. Your skull is reinforced with shock-absorbing structures. Your neck muscles are enormous, anchoring your head like a living battering ram. When you bite, you don't slash and retreat. You clamp down and shake. The ground shakes when you roar. Though here's another twist. We don't actually know if you roared at all. Some paleontologists suggest your vocalizations may have been deep, low-frequency rumbles. closer to an alligator's bellow than a lion's roar, a sound you feel in your chest before you hear it. And then, just as you dominate your ecosystem completely, the sky changes. An asteroid strikes near what is now the Yucatan Peninsula. Wildfires spread. Sunlight fades behind ash and debris. Plants die. Herbivores starve. And even you, apex of apex predators, cannot survive a collapsing food chain. There is no final duel, no rival to defeat you, just darkness. The age of dinosaurs ends, and with it, the reign of Tyrannosaurus rex. But here's the last thought that lingers. If that asteroid had missed, if the climate had stabilized, would mammals, would we, ever have risen at all? Because for millions of years, when something moved in the trees, when the ground began to tremble, when birds suddenly took flight in panic, it wasn't imagination. It was you.